Hi, I am Alana ASMR. I am the owner of the Wolfpack record label. If you could just have a seat, we will get started right away. It's been a very, very long day, so I'd like to get through this as quickly as possible. Alright, so as you may know, my talent scout saw your YouTube videos. They brought them to me to watch, and I thought that immediately you had something special. Yeah, something that I haven't seen in a really long time, to be honest. And it's something that I think that we could really use here. I think you would be a great fit. I think that we can do a lot for you in terms of your career. And I think that we would work really well together, as long as you put the work in, of course. Yeah? Great. Well, I am happy to hear that you're interested. There are a lot of things that we need to cover, but first I thought I would give you a bit of an overview of some of the artists that are kind of our most popular and successful at the moment. Yeah. So, I have a collection here that I'd like to go through with you. First, we have Tingle at the Disco. They have been really, really successful in the past year or so, after kind of taking a bit of a hiatus, but they've been around for a long time. Next, we have Two Triggers. Now, this is one of our more successful rap artists, and, we do have a lot of different genres here, and artists from different areas of ASMR, but they have been one of our most successful as well this year. Next, I'm sure you've heard of these guys, the role players. A lot of people think that some of their tracks all sound the same. We just like to think that they have a really signature sound, but, people will always think what they think. They definitely bring in the bucks, so that's all that matters to me. And now this next artist really doesn't need any introduction at all. Slim Whispers. You may know him for more of his more common tracks like Trigger God or The Real ASM Artist, but he is definitely our all-time most successful rap artist here, and we are very happy to still be working with him. So, if you put the work in and everything goes well between us, that's kind of the level of success that you could be looking forward to. We can do a lot for you, and we think that you can do a lot for us in return. Next, we have DJ Crinkles. By far the most common ASMR track from them is All I Do Is Tingle. That's personally my favorite, at least. He doesn't get, much play nowadays, but we're hoping that that will change, and he'll be doing, more than just features in other people's songs. So, we'll take what we can get with some of our artists, but we're hoping that he can do a little bit more on his own from now on. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have 21 Scratches, another one of our popular rap artists here. So, that covers most of our more common and successful artists here. Of course, we do have quite a few up-and-coming and indie artists that have been doing pretty well lately. But, yeah, do you have any questions for me before we start going over everything involved with possible contracts and stuff? Okay, great. So, based on what I saw from you and the kind of talent you have, I'm thinking that we would want to go pretty mainstream with you. I drafted up a contract that I think would fit you really well. And what I'm looking at is a 12-month term. You would release 10 tracks for us. After the 12-month term, we would reevaluate, and depending on, how much we have been able to sell, how much profit you've been able to bring in, we would maybe look forward to extending the contract for another 2 years. But this is kind of going to be more of a trial period for us working together to see what we can make out of all this. How do you feel about that? Is that something that you're looking for? No problems with it? Good. Okay. I'm just gonna make this note right there. Good. Alright. So that's kind of the basis now in terms of monetary gains. The contract would be worth 1.5 million. We would take 25% of everything you make, but in return, I would provide you with management, a team, anything you would need really. You could have a fashion designer, you could have your own makeup team, you could even have a personal cook. Whatever you need in order to do the most work for us, pretty much, is what I can provide for you. That sounds good? Great. Alright. Well, I am very, very happy to hear that. Sometimes things don't go over that easily with some new clients. So, I am already liking you. I like when people make my job easier. Alright, so contract, monetary. Now let's move on to what kind of work you're gonna do for us. Like I said, we're looking for more mainstream. Now, are you willing to kind of make a brand, or are you wanting to stay with more of your personal style? Personal style? Okay. I just have to let you know that sometimes that can get a little bit tricky. If we notice that our audience's interests change, we might expect you to grow with those changes and change things up a little bit. So that can be something that within the trial period we revisit. If things aren't going well, I might ask you to reconsider, and if we begin to have any problems after that, then that's kind of where that would play into the reevaluation after the 12-month period, just so you're aware. Yeah, I don't want to scare you or anything, but I do mean business. Yeah, I mean, I'm here to make money, so, whatever I have to do that, I'm gonna do it. Alright, well, the last area that I wanted to cover with you was personal appearance. Now, I know that you've got your own thing going on, but what I find to be helpful when it comes to marketing some of our ASMR artists is to make them very distinctive in their appearance. Is there any specific ideas that you might have for that? No? Well, for example, with a lot of our more rap-based artists, they do have the typical, rap appearance. if you're wanting to stick more with your individual style, I might ask that you just try to enhance it a bit. Have more color themes going on. Make your hair a little bit more noticeable and so that it stands out when people see you. We want anybody on the street, if they were to see a picture of you, to say, I know that artist. That is so-and-so, and they're from Wolfpack Records. Yeah, the personal appearance is very, very important to us, especially when it comes to marketing. So, we will definitely need to figure that out. I can put on here that will be kind of up for negotiation. Again, that's why the contract, the 12-month period, is so nice. There are all these little kinks that we are able to work out. So yeah, that's that. And I just wanted to see what I could do for you right at the moment. I wanted to experiment a little bit. Is that okay with you? Yeah? I have a few makeup brushes here, and I like getting an idea of like what I could work with. So if you don't mind, can I kind of do a little something there? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go grab them. Alright, okay, thanks for waiting. So I'm just gonna see, I want to see what, how we could spice things up a little bit. I know this is kind of unorthodox for a record label meeting, but I take all of these things very seriously. I don't like getting into something that, you know, I'm not sure where it could go. Of course, you do have the talent, obviously, but I really, really need to know what the possibilities are. That's kind of my main focus right now. So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna give things a little sprucing up and see what I end up with. I do have some makeup artistry in my background, so I'm not just some crazy CEO that thinks that they know everything, right? Yeah. Okay, so just, you know, relax. Whatever you gotta do. I know that this is kind of a stressful situation, but yeah, you'll be fine. We always take very good care of anybody that we're interested in here. So if I just... Do you wear makeup that often? Oh, okay. Well, you know, we can work with that. That's not a problem. If we get rid of the redness, I'm thinking that'll make a big difference. Have you ever seen a dermatologist? Never? I think the first thing that I will do for you is get you in for an appointment and take care of some of this redness. I think that just a really good face cream could do the job. And yeah, that's looking better already. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking what I see. I mean, not to say that I didn't when you walked in. Like I said, I'm just very forward thinking. I'm sorry if I ever offend you. I definitely do not mean to. Alright. Well, that takes care of your skin. Now, your eyebrows. Eyebrows are very important. When it comes to an artist, they can be really the defining feature of your face. So, I would just like to fill them in a bit. I'm not going to make them too thick. I just want to give them a bit more personality. Okay, so just hold still. Good. They do have a nice shape to them. Something we can definitely work with. I like that. That really says, look at me, I do ASMR. If that's even a thing, right? But that's kind of the way my brain works. And we'll move on to the other one. Good. Alright. I mean, not the most even, but eyebrows are cousins, not sisters, right? Can't always be perfect. It's nice to have a little bit of character in them, as I always like to say. Okay, let me just have a good look at you. It would be nice to do something with your hair as well. Maybe bangs, side bangs, possibly. But anyway, I'm getting a better idea now. Thanks for letting me do that. We can definitely work with what you've got there. How open are you to changing your appearance? I know you said you'd preferably like to stick to your personal brand, but what are you kind of thinking now that we've kind of experimented a little bit? Feeling a little bit more open? Great. That is really, really good news. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, so I've kind of covered everything. You know, do you have any more questions about the record label? Anything like that? No? Okay, well, I'm just gonna get the contract ready for you then. Are you ready to sign it, or do you need a little bit of time to think? Like I said, $1.5 million, 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, we will reassess based on your success, your profit, and just our working relationship. And if we still like what we see and what we hear and what you're bringing to the table, we will extend for another 2 years. What will the contract, the monetary aspect be after that? That kind of depends, because we will reevaluate how much confidence that we have in you going forward for those 2 years will play into it. So if you're really successful during the first 12 months, we're looking at maybe kind of the 4 million mark. If we don't have as much confidence in you, probably more of the 2 to 2.5 million. So yeah, you could really influence those future years depending on your success right now. Okay. That's okay. Are you sure? Okay. Just making sure. I know that this is, kind of a really, tough situation sometimes. We record label people come in as these big, scary, we know everything kind of people, so I always want to make sure that, you understand and that we're on the same page. Good. Okay. Alright, so I've got it here for you, the contract. Make sure you read through everything there is. Fine print, of course. And, yeah, do you have any other questions for me? No? Good. Okay, well, I'll give this to you. You can, there's 3 areas for you to sign. We want you to sign under the contract terms. your responsibilities and the legal outcomes, because that's very important. We do have a few lawyers that work on our side just in case things go a little bit wrong. Not to worry about though. I have a really good feeling about you. So, if you can just fill that out, I will kind of get myself organized a little bit better here. Have you heard Slim Whisper's new track? It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, he never fails to impress us. Okay. Put those back over there. Okay. How's everything looking? Good? All finished? You're sure you're aware of all the terms? Okay, good. Well, thank you very, very much. It is a pleasure to meet you. It was a pleasure to discover you, and I think that we will work very, very well together. For sure. So I'll give you another handshake, and we will be in touch with you very, very soon to get started. Definitely. It was very nice meeting you, and talk to you soon.